Hi, this is Dave Ron. We're doing our collaboration workshop, and I want to offer you a skill that I think is really useful in sort of helping a group of people gain a first step vision in the same direction. Okay, and the word is entry. Entry is the word that's used. It's sort of a consulting skill, if you will. So entry is about getting permission to go forward, almost a driver's license, if you will. So I want to give you the skill, and I think the skill is basically as simple as sort of 3 questions, and if you get the hang of what these 3 questions sort of look like, there's all kinds of variations on these 3 questions. So the 3-question entry process that leads us to dream sharing and visioning and brainstorming. So here's an example of a first question. What are our highest dreams for youth ministry here? Basically, the purpose of the first question is just to get blue sky out there. Let's dream our best scenarios. Let's only take positive ideas. Let's imagine if we were to work together and stay here, like what we heard about what took place in Pittsburgh. If we were to commit to each other for 15 years, what would we imagine God would do just because we work together and commit to loving each other and preserving unity even while we do different ministries? So let's imagine what that looks like. Let's just imagine what could take place if we collectively work together on behalf of young people in this community. If we somehow mobilized all the churches on behalf of young people in this community. And so you just get the juices going, you put butcher paper up on the walls, you write things all over the place, you get the dreams and the positivity into the mix. And then after that's all said and done, and you've got everybody sort of tapped out about the positive dreams, and you get pretty excited, you take that energy and you ask that critical question, okay, what's going to get in the way of us reaching the dreams? Let's be honest, you guys. What would be the biggest obstacles? And so that second question is always that question of practical barriers. And there's lots of ways to ask it, but this is just one variation here. What's going to get in the way? What would stop us from doing that? What are your biggest obstacles? What would your biggest obstacles be? Let's get the real tangible issues in place. You start to mess with that kind of conversation, pretty soon some things come out. Somebody says, you know what? One of the biggest obstacles for me, and I can't figure out how to get around this, is that my senior pastor doesn't let me do stuff much with other people. I've got such a full plate, I don't know how to do it. Somebody else says, yeah, my own time is a big deal too. Somebody else says, well, we need more people than we've got around the table. And just identify all the obstacles. Be careful. Write all the obstacles down. So now you've sort of got 2 lists in the room. You got the lists that are really positive and cool about what you'd love to see God do through your collaboration, and then you've got these hard kind of issues that you've got to overcome for that to take place. And those hard issues sometimes take you back to reality and make you forget the dreams. And then you come to that sweet home run question, the third question. This is the one that breaks up the logjam. This is the one that gets you permission to go forward. It basically says, what steps could we take right now, right here, today, to overcome the obstacles, to reach the dreams? It's asking for one thing to do right now. Now, maybe the one thing we do right now is pray. Maybe the one thing we do right now is let's agree that we're going to pray for 30 days and come back on this question. Maybe the one thing is let's agree to all get somebody else to pray with us for 30 days and come back on this question and talk some more about it. And you might think, well, is that really a step? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Let's start meeting together. Instead of meeting together once a month, let's start meeting together once a week. Let's start and you go, that's not really attacking the big picture. It is. Well, it is if you don't know what else you can do. And you'll be surprised what happens. Again, remember that kind of Pittsburgh illustration. These 3 questions and variations of these 3 questions, where you put the real positivity in the mix, then you get practical realities that would keep you from the high dreams and the vision. And then you go, what's the one thing right now, right here, an action step that we do differently? That gets a group that's just sitting around talking, moving in a direction together. I think you'll find that's pretty cool.